At the heart of modern leadership is our ability to engage, communicate effectively, collaborate, and build connection that enables us to retain and keep the top performers in our organization. So, which begs the question, how do we fully effectively be modern leaders? It all begins with self-awareness. It's knowing ourselves, which begins with understanding our strengths, being able to recognize and effectively understand who we are and the emotions that we have, which impact our ability to then lead other people. The better that we become familiar with our leadership skills and strengths and the impact that they can have on others, the more likely we are going to want to engage and the more effectively we will be at communicating. Part of what drives successful engagement is our ability to have more of those serendipitous or in the moment conversations with people. And those are more likely to occur in the office or in person and potentially even at an offsite. It's how we choose to engage with someone and strike up conversation to get to know them better. There's, of course, planned meetings and things that we can go about scheduling in advance. And I ask you to think about setting up a nice combination of both of those. Start with the way that you personalize that relationship and ask open-ended questions in an effort to get to know someone better. In return, be willing to share pieces of yourself, stories about maybe your career or insights about yourself, or maybe some details about just things that you like to do, things that you're passionate about. I always like to say to leaders, make your passion their passion, but make their passion yours. Think about bringing enthusiasm to the table and be motivated to have these conversations. A big part of communicating effectively is beginning with how we listen. It's being fully present. It's having positive body language and posture, and it's starting with empathy. As Theodore Roosevelt once said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So begin with an empathetic approach to caring, to seeking understanding. And the more that you do that, the more you will lay the groundwork for a great relationship with someone else. Modern leaders are wise to pay attention to the ways that we build relationships in both virtual and in more hybrid types of environments. So what are employees looking for in virtual environments? We're all kind of used to a lot of Zooms and WebExes and other video teleconferences over the years. So one of the things that we can do at the beginning is spice it up with some icebreakers. It's to spend time at the beginning to ask someone how their weekend was, to personally invest more in who they are. You can create a virtual book club on a specific leadership topic that folks might be interested in that actually impacts bottom line results. You can also set up virtual lunches. And one thing that I've observed in one of the top organizations that I work with is just simply setting up time once every couple of weeks on a Friday for 30 minutes, if you are in a virtual setting, to eat lunch together and keep the conversation positive and focused more on personal and fun topics. In a hybrid environment, it's being willing to make the rounds. Earlier on in my career, I worked for a leader who was very keen on saying, get up out of your seat, motion creates emotion. Find connection in getting around and having personalized conversations with people, engage with a smile, have open and positive body language, and look to get to know people better. This culture of connection is created with optimism, curiosity, and a genuine desire to get to know people. It starts with initiating conversations and developing more understanding about people. A lot of the 360 leadership surveys that I do show that employees would love for their leader to get to know them more on a personal level, but in turn, they're hoping to listen to more pieces about their leader and that he or she can share those insights with them. Remember to be authentic. Remember to be candid and to just show up as yourself with positive motivation and a genuine desire to get to want to know people. As the rules of engagement in the modern workplace shift and change, modern leaders are going to be able to seek collaboration, to be inclusive and to gather ideas from others, to provide psychological safety, to create an environment where people feel comfortable and confident in having challenging conversations either with their manager or in a group setting. Embrace the change. Be a modern leader who finds connection with others and creates an environment that all of your people want to be a part of.